D1Softball.com's Eric Lopez. Eric, we're a little over a month away from the Big 12 championship in May, but remind everyone of who's on top of the conference and what you see as their strengths.
Well, I think we got to start with Texas Tech. They're the story in college softball with Nyjah Kennedy coming over. She has been, well, really good. And they're still figuring things out. Jerry Glasgow and company, a lot of new faces on the team. Their offense is kind of a work in progress. But with all that being said, they won 2 out of 3 against Oklahoma State. They're sitting on top of the conference. They're a team to watch, as well as Arizona in their first year. They have the best offense in the Big 12. They got Dakota Kennedy, Reagan Shockey. I think Caitlin Lowe's ball club with a healthier pitching staff are a World Series contender. So I think those are 2 of the teams right now that I like on top of the Big 12 in a league that's looking like possibly a 6-bid league right now for the NCAA tournament if we had to do projections today.
Nice. Speaking of Oklahoma State, they started the season hot, ranked in the top 5, but they started to go backwards. They slipped to 13th in the most recent poll and are in the middle of the pack of the conference. What happened to the Cowgirls this season, and how do they turn it around?
Well, I think it starts with pitching. They have Ruby Malin, who's been fantastic as their ace, but they haven't gotten a lot of quality innings behind her. Riley Crandall, the transfer from Baylor, has been injured, from what I understand, and has not given them productive innings. They're hoping to get her healthy and ready to go here soon because they're going to need her. They haven't gotten much out of her. They need somebody other than Ruby Malin to give them some good innings. And their defense hasn't been as sharp, I think, as Kenny Gajewski would like. In their Georgia loss, they had 5 errors in that game that contributed to the loss. So they really got to clean some things up. They need their depth of pitching has to get better for them to get in the mix for the Big 12 championships and go, once again, host and get back to Oklahoma City.
All right, who are some of the players that are having like a bounce-back season? Somebody who went through some adversity and is now really able to help out their teams.
Well, I think we start with BYU. Kason Korth, their ace pitcher. She was out all of last year. I really believe if she was healthy a year ago, they would have made the NCAA tournament. She is back. She is leading this BYU staff that is number 1 in the Big 12 right now in ERA. The other one named Kenzie Brown. She missed all of last year for Arizona State, their ace pitcher. And they are a different team when she is in the circle. They won a series against UCF. They've beaten Oregon. They've beaten Washington. Those 2 teams are NCAA tournament teams when Kenzie Brown and Kason Korth are both pitching in the circle. They are difference makers. Those are 2 of the best stories, I think, in the Big 12, coming back from an injury plague last season where they missed all of it. And people wondered in both cases, would they be back? Would they be close to being on top of the game? The answer is yes, they are.
It's amazing how people can bounce back, but let's look ahead, all right? I know there's still some time for things to change, but as we look ahead to the Big 12 championship and the NCAAs, what's your prediction for who can emerge, get the Big 12 title, and possibly make a run in the NCAA tournament?
Well, I think, as I mentioned, Texas Tech, Arizona have to be at the top of the list. I think if Oklahoma State figures out their pitching staff beyond Ruby Malin, they will be in the mix. They have the offense to do that. How about a team like UCF, a young team, 11 seniors graduated. People wondered what would UCF look like. Well, City Ball Malone's got young, talented freshmen. It's redshirt freshman Isabella Vega just shut out the Florida Gators. You've got Yesenia Lopez, Caitlin Felton, Izzy Mertz in the offensive end. That's a team that's gotten wins over Florida. They've gotten wins over Arizona. They've gotten wins over Clemson. They are a dangerous team. They're going to be a tough out for whoever draws them in the Big 12 championships and or the regionals. I think is a team to watch there as well from the Big 12 picture. And listen, this is a young league, guys. A lot of young talent that's developing every day. And I think as strong as the Big 12 is this year, the future is really bright when you look at the rosters across the board, not just this year, but next year. But as this young talent develops throughout the year, that's going to pose them to be a big threat throughout the NCAA tournament.
Did I tell you? My guy knew it all.
Hey, I like Eric. I like his energy. There we go.
He's the best. I have this thing I do at big events when I'm getting prepared, softball events. It's called Find Eric Lopez because he tells you exactly what's going on and he will get you ready for it. Eric, thank you so much.